Hello civilians, welcome back to our channel, and today we will be continuing with our Good to Great series. In the last video we discussed some of the findings that the researchers found in the Good to Great transformation, and today we will be continuing with more data. And today we will be talking about the transformation process which can make a good company a great company. Now think of transformation as a process of build up then followed by a breakthrough. Now the process was divided into three broad stages. The first stage was disciplined people, the second stage was disciplined thought, and the third and final stage was disciplined action. Within each and every stages there were two key concepts. Hence there are a total of 6 key concepts which can take a good company to a great company and complete the transformation. Today we will be specifically focusing on just disciplined people, which has two concepts, that is, the first one is the level 5 leadership and the second is first who and then what. But before we begin our channel, I would like to tell you that this is a channel of the entrepreneurs, by the entrepreneurs and for the entrepreneurs, and we are aiming to be the number one entrepreneurship channel in India. So please help us by subscribing and share our content with your friends and family to educate them further on the topic of business and entrepreneurship. And do follow us on Instagram. Our community is growing bigger day by day. Now back to our topic. The first concept of disciplined people is level 5 leadership. Now the researchers weren't searching for a level 5 leader, but the data was overwhelming and convincing, hence they included the key concept of a level 5 leader in disciplined people. Now what is a level 5 leader? To understand this, we need to understand the 5 levels of leadership. Now, sitting at the bottom of the hierarchy is a level 1 employee who is a highly capable individual. Now, you can define this individual as someone who makes productive contributions through talent, his knowledge, his skills, and really good working habits. A level 2 employee is someone who is a contributing team member. He not only contributes his individual capabilities for his achievement but also to the achievements of group objectives and works efficiently with others in a group setting. The third level is a competent manager, someone who organizes people and resources towards the effective and efficient pursuit of predetermined objectives. The fourth level is an effective leader who has a commitment to a rigorous pursuit of a clear and compelling vision which simulates higher performance standards and takes the company to a next level. But it's only the level 5 executive who has the capacity and the capability to take a good company and make it a really great company. Now, he is someone who builds enduring greatness through a paradoxical blend of personal humility and professional will. Now, you might notice and think that level 4 and level 5 are almost the same. Why are there two levels to describe a senior executive? Now, they are quite different from one another, and there isn't much difference on the surface, but when you dig down, there are huge differences and can give you results that are poles apart. Now we will talk about a little difference between a level 4 leader and level 5 leader to define further what is exactly a level 5 executive. Now think of it as a difference between a leader and a boss. A leader is someone who educates his employees, who helps them, coordinates them, and with effective communication takes the company forward. And on the other hand, a boss is just a level 4 leader who is effective at managing people, but he or she doesn't have the capability or the potential to take a good company and make it a great company. Now to define further a level 5 executive, you can think of a leader who has no ego in admitting where he's wrong. An executive who will work for a bigger goal that serves the company more than him. He will never put himself in a position where he will gain something at a loss of the company. He is ambitious, but his ambitions are first and foremost for the company, not for himself. Now, many people confuse a level 5 leader for being shy in nature, but they are extremely capable of taking a good company to a great one. They are a study in duality. They are modest and willful, humble and fearless. So you can see that they have a paradoxical blend of both the things. They are humble, quiet, shy, reserved, but extremely potent and capable to produce the desired results. What truly differentiates a level 5 executive from a level 4 leader is that they set up their successors for even greater success. Now, in the research, the researchers found out the level 5 leaders focused on their succession plan, that who is going to lead them after they quit or retire. On the other hand, the level 4 leaders didn't thought of succession at all and just ran the company until and unless they resigned or quit. And as you can imagine, the results were poles apart. While a level 5 executive ensured that there was a person who was equally competent and capable to fill in their shoes and run the company after they leave, there was no such plan ensured by a level 4 leader. There was no such a person who was capable enough to lead a company after they are gone. Hence, we can say that a level 5 executive is more important than a level 4 leader for a good to great transformation, as he is not only successful in a good to great transformation, but he also sets up his successor for even greater success in the future when he is not there. A level 5 executive wants to see the company even more successful in the next generation, where his successor can take the company to new heights. And he is comfortable with the idea that most people won't even ever know that the roots of the success traces back to their efforts. These executives are very simple, down to earth and reserved people who live ordinary lives and produce extraordinary results peacefully and quietly. Now, they might be the person living next door in your neighborhood and you might not even know that he is the CEO of a great company. On the other hand, they are also very driven and ambitious, infected with an incurable need to produce results, and they will go to extreme lengths just to ensure the survival of the company and that the company is profitable in the future. What the researchers found that many of the good to great executives blamed luck for their fortune and success, but when it comes to the downfall, they blamed themselves. Whenever they were asked the reason why a company became successful, they simply said, oh, it was the products, it was the services, it was the team, it was the plan, it was the idea, it was the market, it was the people, but they never took credit for the success of the company. But whenever it was a downfall, they stepped up, they came forward and they said, it was my responsibility, it was my mistake, and I am fully responsible for this. So as you can see, they are humble, generous, and also very ambitious. And they blame luck for the success or the team or various other factors, but when it comes to their downfall, they blame themselves and step up to take 100% of the responsibility. Although they take home respectable salaries, but money is not the only motivating factor for their work. Now, in one such incident, a CEO refused to take a bonus of almost $5.5 million because it was controversial to the company. Now he simply asked his successor to not give him the $5.5 million bonus that he was about to receive, and he asked to simply donate it to a foundation which worked for low income housing groups. So as you can see that money was not the only motivating factor for their work. On the other hand, there was a CEO who took home a salary of $100 million for just 603 days of work. Now, if you convert it on a per day basis, it's almost $165,000 per day. Now, that's an astonishing figure. And if you convert it into Indian rupees, it's about 1.23 crores per day. And how did the level 4 executive just manage to earn $100 million for just 603 days of work? Well, he did this by slashing the workforce, reducing the research and development budget in half, and putting the company on growth steroids for sale. And after some time, when the company was sold, he netted millions of dollars. So as you can see, a level 4 leader was after the money, but not a level 5 executive. If you want to build a great company, or you want to take a good company and make it a great one, you need a level 5 executive. Or if you are the one who is an entrepreneur and is planning to build the next $1 trillion company like Amazon, Apple, Microsoft or Google, you need to be yourself like a level 5 executive and think above and beyond your call of duty. You need to step up whenever required and take the blame on yourself and have 100% responsibility of the downfall. And once again, don't make money your only motivating factor to work. If money is the only thing waking you up in the morning, then it's probably the wrong thing, and you need to do something new in order to find your passion and work with enthusiasm and confidence. We would also like to tell you that famous well-known celebrity CEOs who came from the outside didn't perform as good as the level 5 executives. Now 10 out of 11 good to great companies, the CEO came from the inside. But board of directors usually choose well-known celebrity CEOs, and hence level 5 executives don't usually become CEOs in many occasions in many companies. But after the research, we can conclude that a level 5 executive is an asset to the company and is really important for a good to great transformation. And we would like to wrap up this video now, and we'll meet you in the next one, where we will discuss the next key concept of disciplined people which is first who and then what. Thank you for being with us till the end, and we'll meet you in the next one.